My name is Barry Schleifer. I was ETN-3 when I got out. Went in as a seaman. Well, first I was a boatswain. I was sleeping with all the other boatswains. They are a peculiar group of people. I can remember people playing cards and they'd have their knives out. Like the Old West, they had the guns, these guys had knives. And I can remember one guy just taking a knife and slapping it on some guy's hand and just cut the top of his. So it was a different group of people. I didn't feel I belonged there. Anyway, because I did become ETN-3, I had eventually I got to work in a dash, a drone anti-submarine helicopter. They had their own hangar there up on the second level. But because I had that prior experience of lee helm, after buoy, lookout, and also lookout on the front, I still had to stand watches as a boatswain mate for 4 hours. I can remember one incident. We were in some harbor in Vietnam, and destroyers about 200 feet long, 40 feet wide, and there was another boat there, a Vietnamese boat with a machine gun on the front of it, and they got very close to us, and it was kind of like too close for us to use a 5-inch 38, but we had two 50 cals on the signal deck along with two 30 cals. And I'm standing up there, standing watch, lookout with the helmets on and the flak jacket and the microphone, and they had trained their guns on us, and we had trained our machine guns on them. They were too close for the big guns, but not close enough for the machine guns. And I'm inching over towards the antenna pedestal in case fire started. I'm going to hightail over behind her for protection. But nothing ever happened. It just kind of, they went their way and we went our way. But we would sneak in at night, and there'd be thousands of little sampans with their lights on, each sampan had a light, and we would sneak in. We didn't want to hit them, so we would just go on, and all of a sudden we start shooting 5-inch 38s and wake everybody up, and then we hightail it out of there. And one time we had I think we had a stub projectile in one of the mounts, and there was something called a reduced powder. It's if you got a stub cartridge, a stub shell in a barrel, you don't want to use full power, you might blow the barrel. But they had this thing called reduced powder, which was like half the powder, but just enough to push the shell out. And they just they didn't aim at anything, they just left that horizontal. So I can imagine after we shot that projectile skipping for like 10 miles along the water surface. There's a lot of unique experiences for an 18. I turned 19 after we got hit. I turned 19. But there's a lot of unique experience, a lot of camaraderie. I mean, we have these reunions every 2 years, and it's I still relive these with these guys. I don't have those kind of memories with anybody else. Yeah, it's teamwork. It's a brotherhood. Yes, that's what I really like about it. I was on one tour as Westpac cruise to Vietnam, and that was the only tour that this ship ever experienced a war zone. Wow. It was supposed to go over to Korea during the Korean War, but I think it started, and for whatever reason it came back. It was in 1962, it was part of the Cuban Missile Crisis, and then in 1971, I think the Navy sold this ship to the Turkish Navy, and the Turks sank it. I guess we were selling U.S. ships to the Turkish Navy as well as the Greek Navy. And during the Cypriot War, the Turkish Air Force sank the Turkish ship that we sold them. I think it was $150,000 that we sold the ship. Had I known, I would have bought it. For $150,000, you couldn't go wrong.